Gareth, tell us what we're going to be talking about today.
Cool, Dimitri. I thought we'd kick off a series called The Journey of a Business Solution Sale to inform our audience of just what it takes to get a deal closed in this BizApp and own product space.
Okay, cool. That sounds awesome. But how are you going to take something quite complex and make it simple to understand?
Okay, good question. And I'm glad you asked. I was giving this some thought, right? And we've gone over a couple of business application discussions and own product discussions in some of our previous sessions, right? But I thought we'd drill down into a bit more detail. But in order to keep it simple enough to understand, I thought I'd use the analogy or the metaphor of a house, right? And I've tried to compare the issues that any business would encounter as some of the issues that you may encounter in your own home, like a leaky roof or faulty power lines or something like that. And then therefore the solutions that we can offer as Braintree, I'm going to align that or compare that to the kind of solutions that we could offer in home renovations, for example.
Okay, wow, that's going to be quite interesting.
Yeah, listen, I hope so. Because your e-commerce series was quite informative, so I feel like I need to raise my game. Guys, just on that, if you missed Dimitri's e-commerce series, please subscribe to our channel by clicking the link in the mailer that comes out.
Yeah, that's right, guys. Please subscribe and you'll have access to all the sessions we have done and those to come.
Okay, let's get started. So I thought I'd use some analogies as a starting point to just frame our chat in our audience's mind, right? Just to give you an idea in a very graphic way of how important an ERP or business solution sale is to any company, right? And you can see off the bat there, the first one there says ERP implementation will be like open heart surgery while the patient is still alive and working, right? Isn't that true?
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, it's literally like you are, and it says there in one of the comments, you are removing the foundation of a building while keeping the building still up and running and then putting a new foundation in.
No, true. I mean, my favorite one is definitely the brain surgery one. You know, having a brain transplant must be something quite interesting. But I'm super keen to see how the house analogy, gets into it. So let's go.
All right then. Okay, cool. So if we look at any business as a building or a house, right? The most important areas are the foundational layer. And in this slide, you can see that the foundational layer here is the business vision, the ERP, and the business processes, right? Everything else comes afterwards. And while they make a very strong structure, finance, sales, marketing, the industry-specific related value that the company offers, the people that the company hires, while that's all important, nothing will stand without the foundation. Make sense?
Yeah, okay. Now I remember the first slide. One of the comments was that implementing business solutions or an ERP is like laying a new foundational cement while the building is still standing. So, I mean, it's starting to make sense to me now.
Okay, correct, Dimitri, correct. And it all starts with identifying a challenge in the business. In this case, as you can see by this slide, a leaky roof, right? So we may see the leak as the first symptom of an issue. But then, for example, we climb into the roof and find that it's an indication of a much bigger problem, right? And there's lots of risk now to the structure. For example, there's a risk to the water mains, there's a risk to the power lines, and there's many decisions to make regarding potential fixes, right?
Sure. So what does the business owner do?
Okay, well, he calls a roofing company a plumber, or he calls an electrician, or he calls his local all-in-one, well-trusted home renovation company that can do it all for him, Vox.
Okay, no, great stuff. So now I can see how our Vox colleagues' relationships with their clients are critical to the flow. And I'm starting to put the pieces together in my mind as to what a business solution is in terms of what it means and how it impacts a customer's organization. But it seems there's still so much more to this.
Yep. Well, Dimitri, have no fear. We're only at the start of this journey, which in essence is the handover phase between Vox and Braintree, right? So you'll see on this slide, the little section at the bottom there in yellow, Vox team brings the lead to Braintree. And I've made this slide very similarly to the first one, but if the first one was your business as a house, This is if ERP sale was a house, right? How we get the deal. And we're going to run through the process of how a business solution deal flows right until we get to the close. Okay. So next week, we're going to start looking at the needs analysis and the scoping session. So stay tuned for more. Do we need a home renovation company, or do we need to start looking to move to a new house, or do we build a new house? I mean, there's so many choices, right?
Sure, can't wait. You guys heard it once again. Braintree has the solutions for you and your customers. So don't miss the next few weeks where we figure out what's going to happen to our metaphorical house. And once again, thank you for your time, and we hope you learned something today that can help you make a sale tomorrow.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. Stay safe, stay lekker, stay hard. Cheers.